blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air.
Hey, it's Beth here, episode 594. Okay, this is going to be quick and dirty because I saw Moana 2 yesterday. Didn't want to see any reviews, wanted to sleep on it, woke up to the Wall Street Journal just killing it, just murdering it. I don't care. Then I started looking at YouTube people that I watch that I really respect, and they called it sequelitis, the worst case. No, maybe for adults. And this is where I draw the line every single time. I was in a crowded theater. I was actually sitting next to the wheelchair seat. Place was packed. Greatest seat in the house because I kept looking back at the entire audience. Filled with kids. Grandmas buying tickets, granddads buying tickets. Thanksgiving weekend. Kids popping in the theater with their blankets and their stuffed animals. And these seats recline and you can eat. Usually mayhem because it's free refills on popcorn and a Slurpee that is delicious. Okay? The most amazing thing in this movie, and I don't care if you were bored as a 38-year-old man, the father of, or whatever, you should be thrilled. Your kid is in heaven. I would like to see what they would do to Bambi today. That movie, when I was little, I was totally into it. I was 4 or 5. That's how my brain worked. Moana is sweet. She's never mean. People say it's got the dumbest line since loving means never having to say you're sorry. Because there's a line in this movie that she lives by, which is you have to get lost till you can find your way. Guess what? When you're 4 or 5, that is true. These kids were riveted. I'm not kidding. I couldn't believe it. Only 2 kids went to the bathroom. That was a 90-minute movie. And the waiters were not constantly going up and down the stairs with refills of Slurpees. I talked to them afterwards. They said it was unbelievable. At Wicked, they were wearing out their sneakers, making double, triple Slurpee stops to people over and over. Now that movie was 2.5 hours. 2 hours and 40 minutes. Non-stop kids going to the bathroom. But 90 minutes is a long time when you have a tiny little bladder of a 4-year-old. Totally quiet, the theater. The only time it wasn't. The one boy I saw go to the bathroom, sitting right behind me. Okay, I think he's got attention deficit disorder, but as cute as a button. So Moana, of course, there's the scene, the Oscar-winning scene where you almost die. And she's almost dying. And the kid screams out, "Moana's dead! Who wrote this?" I thought it was hilarious, but no one laughed. I mean, these kids were riveted by this movie. Did I see parents in a comatose state? Maybe. Did I see grandmothers and grandfathers thrilled out of their mind? Yeah, because we have a different set of standards. We don't care if our adult children are enjoying the movie. Absolutely doesn't mean anything to us. And the fact that we're at the theater and we would be taking the kids to the bathroom, I don't know what these adult children expected. But they expected more. Okay, fine. Who cares? It wasn't for you. It was like when my dad took me to see Mr. Magoo. He was bored out of his mind, but he was smiling at me because I was happy. It's a way to show love. Who cares? These parents are driving me crazy. I want these movies to be reviewed by children. Especially this movie was actually written for very young children, and the values in it are amazing. Unlike a lot of movies, Moana loves her little sister. She adores her parents. She adores everyone in the village. She's nothing but respectful. I mean, give me a break. This movie was wonderful. Take your kids, Take your grandkids, tell your kids to shut up and just watch the faces on their little children. Okay? I checked with the entire staff afterwards, and it's true. They are loving Moana. It's packed. Everyone's happy. Kids are riveted and they're not wiggling in their seat, spilling their popcorn, and asking for more Slurpees. And the most amazing part, because these people, maybe they should be doing the reviews. That would probably be really great, because they say that the tips are great because the parents are happy. The tips are not great at Wicked because the parents are exhausted from dealing with this child that's squirming in their seat, going to the bathroom 3 times. So what does that tell you? Okay? Don't listen to these USC film snob graduates. Who cares? It's unbelievable that they don't think they're ironic, that they don't think that they look ridiculous. Doing some kind of a intellectual study of this movie. The guy who wrote it was the guy who wrote the first one. The animation is beautiful. Is that what makes 4- and 5-year-olds happy? And do they want to follow a hero that they can believe in? That they can trust? That they think is a good person? Well, I do too. Moana is adorable. She's sweet, very brave, very loving. She lets other people give her advice. She's not a jerk. All right? Moana's not a jerk. There it is. Kids love her. If you're home with your grandchildren and you're reading these dumb reviews, don't believe them. Your kids are going to enjoy themselves. I saw older children with the younger children sitting there enjoying it. It's just visually beautiful. So, you know, these 38-year-old guys just have to step out of the way. It wasn't written for them. No one cares. Disney certainly doesn't care what that man thinks, except he's got to buy the ticket. But this week, we got Grandma and Granddad. So don't listen to your kids. Don't look at the reviews. Just listen to me when I tell you the kids sat in their seat riveted, enjoying every single minute. They were so excited when they were coming in the theater, which I look at too. Oh my gosh, they were so excited there was a new Moana. Even the boys were like, Moana, Moana. So whatever she does, she's nailing it, okay? She's nailing it. Just like Bambi and Thumper nailed it for me. I'm sure my parents didn't know what I was doing or why I cared. I saw my mother when I clapped for Tinkerbell to come back to life, and my hands were hot. My mother looked at me like I was out of my mind. I didn't care. She didn't get it. She wasn't smart enough to understand. That's what kids think. Just leave them alone. Let them have the fun. Take them to the movie. Red alert. Serious situation. Don't look at the reviews. Take them to the movie. I'm telling you, they will enjoy it. That's all I got, and I will be back. Thanks.
They fly